years and years and years, the industry has been very traditional. And in that traditional mindset, the number that is staggering hard for owners to hear is there's 57% waste on a typical project. I'm paying 57% waste out of every dollar. I just can't get there. The BIM protocols, the BIM technology created a catalyst of change, and the largest natural element that came out of that was prefabrication. That 57% of waste and changes on the job site, it starts coming down, and we're all happy.
There's a lot of waste in construction, and prefabrication helps us eliminate that waste, both in design and in construction. So on this particular project, Atrium Health wanted prefabrication, and they challenged us to do as much prefabrication as we could do. Prefabrication in this part of the world is relatively new. Never been done in Charlotte before. So for us to be able to do that, our VDC department needed to grow. We basically build the building before we build the building. Build it into computers so that we can figure out the best way to go about putting the building together.
VDC, or Virtual Design and Construction, is the process of taking plans for a project and putting them into 3D in a building where you can really see what you're going to do before we even start building it in the field. We have been able to create a rack that can be replicated over and over again. It's allowed us to build the racks in a warehouse on the ground so they can really pick up speed and install them quickly. And then once we bring them out to the field, so much of the system is already put together that we can lift up a large portion of what the overhead would typically be all at once, which really eliminates a lot of the time that we have invested and allows us to reduce the amount of labor and the workers that we have out on a job site. Our end goal really is to just help reduce the amount of time and materials used on a project to deliver them to the owner sooner.
We immediately told ourselves we don't want to do prefab just for the sake of doing prefab. I mean, it's kind of a trendy thing to say that nowadays. We wanted to make sure it brought benefits to the project.
First and foremost is safety. Prefabrication, when you're in a controlled environment and everybody's working at waist level and ergonomically it's better for them, it's just much safer. Second thing is quality. When you're, again, in a controlled environment, you do a much better job with making all the connections properly, making sure things are fastened properly, and you get a higher quality product. It also helps from a schedule standpoint because you can start this work a lot sooner. So these bathroom pods were actually under construction while we were still coming out of the ground on this structure. So that would never happen if you were stick building. Same thing with the overhead racks that's behind me. Those all started several months ago, way before the building was ready for those racks to go in.
What I think you're going to see here, not only in the Charlotte market, but other markets, is you're going to see a lot more prefabrication that takes place. The advantages to it become clearer and clearer as skilled labor becomes harder and harder to find.
So we know there's a shortage of labor in the industry. We're going to have to get smarter. We're going to have to use our labor more efficiently. MSS thinks the future of commercial HVAC is prefabricated efforts. We can do more in our warehouse quicker with the same amount of guys.
We are a lean process team. If you don't have a lean mindset and a lean environment, those tools are just tools. You're not going to get value out of them. This exterior skin, masonry skin, is 100% prefab, snap in place like Legos. You know how many people in the industry have come by to look at this project? You know how many people that are jealous that really want to say, how do we get to do that too? When you look at the mechanical racks, they're beautiful, okay? I can get geeked out in a hurry just talking about the mechanical racks as an owner because the assembly is beautiful. It matches the BIM model identically. The coordination above ceiling is beautiful for our plant op folks, all our inspectors. They get to inspect them off-site in a controlled environment. You don't think they'll love that? It's fantastic. And brother, it reduced the labor impact by 38% doing those the way we did them. That's real money and it's real purpose.
So this project gave us the opportunity to introduce prefabrication to the subcontractors in Charlotte. And so our hope is that they learn from this project and want to do this on other projects and help us convince other owners that this is the right thing to do. But it's just amazing what we've been able to accomplish here on this job. with this team to be doing it for the first time, I'm just real proud of the effort that went into this project.
We've learned a lot in the last 3 years of going through this transition of a department that was fairly traditional. Now we've raised the bar, and we've raised the bar in the industry. I could not ask for more.